Every time a new set is released on Magic Arena, I see people asking the question, how viable is it to unlock a set, to try to complete a set without doing any drafting at all? Because we know drafting can be really good for building your card collection. What if you hate drafting? How much can you actually unlock and complete if you're just buying packs? That's what we're going to answer today. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to go through how much of a set you can unlock if you're just buying packs and not drafting at all. But before we get into that, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any future videos like this. Okay, so how much can you unlock without drafting at all? The reason why we're going over this is because I know there are many people who really don't like drafting. Now, I don't mind drafting. I find it enjoyable. I get a good enough win rate that I get more out of drafting than buying packs sometimes. But this is for the people that really don't like drafting, that don't like the experience or just get a terrible win rate. And that's okay because drafting isn't for everyone. So, it used to be the case that drafting was the only viable way and buying packs wasn't that great. But since golden packs came out, buying packs in the store is worth much more than it used to be. So we're going to have a look at basically the number of cards that are in a set because we need to know what we're trying to achieve if we're trying to unlock these buying packs. Each set has its own number of common, uncommon, rare, and mythic cards in the set, and you can collect up to four of each of those. So for the last few sets, it averages out at around 400 commons. That's 4 times 100 unique commons. So 400 commons, 320 uncommons, 260 rares, and 80 mythics. That's how much we're aiming to unlock if we want to get to 100% completion, if we want to have 4 copies of every card in the set. But it might be worth pointing out to start with that not all cards in a set will be designed for every format. So if you play standard best of one, which the majority of you probably do, not all cards in the set are designed for that format. There will be some cards that are much better in best of three. There'll be some cards that work really well in draft but don't really work in constructed. And there are some cards that are designed for brawl or commander, so they're not really there for standard. So although you could, in theory, complete 100% of the set on Arena, you probably don't need to. But we're going to see how much we can get to, but it's worth bearing that in mind first. So the principle we're going to follow is basically earning as much gold as you can just by playing the game in the most time efficient way possible and spending all of that gold on just buying packs. And we're going to see what other ways we can get free packs, how those add up to wild cards when we open the packs, and basically how many commons, uncommons, rares, and mythics we're likely to get in a set. And we're also working on the idea that a set is around for 90 days before the next one comes out. And it's not always that, but we're just going to average out around 3 months for each set, around 90 days, around 12 or 13 weeks. So we're going to start with the amount of gold you can expect to earn in that time, in 90 days. Well, first of all, you get your daily quest. That's your 500 gold or your 750 gold daily quests. You can reroll the 500s, try to get a 750 and complete them at least every 3 days, so you don't end up with more than 3 and no space for a new one on the 4th day, which gives you somewhere around 600 or so gold a day on average if you re-roll these and always complete them. And then you have your daily wins where you get 250 gold for the first one and 100 gold each for the second, third, and fourth win. So we're going to work on the idea of just getting 4 wins a day, which is 550 gold for the daily wins and around 600 gold for your daily quests. So that means each day you can get about 1,150 gold. Now, obviously, I don't expect that everyone who tries to follow this plan is likely to get 4 wins every day without fail, but let's just work on the numbers if you do, and we can expect that it might not be quite that much when real life gets in the way. But if you get 1,150 gold per day just by playing the game, in 90 days, that's going to be 103,500 gold. But we can also get gold sometimes from the store in the daily deals. It isn't there today, but if you go to the daily deals, quite often, well, once every 2 weeks, you'll see an offer here that's either for gold, gems, or a draft token. And when it's there for gold, you can buy 550 gold for 50 gold. So you're basically getting 500 gold for free. That will happen every 6 weeks to get that specific gold offer. So you'll basically get that twice during a set release. So that's an extra 1,000 gold. So we're up to 104,500 now. And that's pretty much how much gold you can expect to get within a set release. It is possible to get more based on different factors, even if you're not drafting, because if you do more than 4 wins a day, you'll get some extra gold. And there might be some other things that give you gold every so often, like maybe free codes that come out, although that's normally XP that you get for that, but it might be gold as well. So there might be some things that add extra or some extra events maybe. But let's just say 104,500 gold is how much you can expect to get in within one set release. And that means you can get about 104 packs if you go buy them from the store. Now, when you do buy packs from the store, it's important that you remember that buying in bulk is better. So although you can get 1 pack or 3 packs or 6 packs or 10 packs at a time, if you get 45 or 90 packs, you actually get this extra rare with it. So that's 104 packs, but they aren't the only packs that we're going to be able to get for the set. We can get them in other ways rather than just buying them in the store. So we also get some from the set mastery. This isn't the mastery pass along the bottom where you get extra things. This is just the free version. So along the top, we will get, it's normally 33 packs. It might change depending on the set, but you'll get these packs as you unlock, as you just get your daily wins and your weekly wins. You get your experience points and you'll unlock those packs. So that's another 33 packs that we can get just from the mastery pass, the free version. You'll also get for every set an inbox message that will give you a 3 packs for the set for free. So you'll just collect them into your account. For older sets, you can use pack codes to get them. And obviously, when you open them, you get wildcards and everything. But yeah, you'll get 3 from the current set just from there, and then also from your rank if you're playing constructed, if you're playing ranked, standard, historic, whatever you're playing, then you will also get packs from the monthly rewards. And generally, it should be easy enough for most people to get to platinum because you only need more than a 33% win rate to get through silver and gold. And bronze, you can't go down at all. So basically, everyone should be able to get to platinum, especially if you are getting those 4 wins every day. And that means you get an extra 3 packs and 1,000 gold for every month. So within a set release, that's 3 months, there's going to be the opportunity to get 9 more packs and 3,000 more gold. In fact, we should add that gold to the gold before and buy some more packs with that as well. So now we're at 107 packs we can buy from the store. And then you also have midweek magic events that happen every week, and you can find them when you go to your events. They will be there when they come out. They're not there right now because it's not midweek, but every week between Tuesday and Thursday, depending on what time zone you're in, it'll be starting and ending at different times. But you can basically win 2 rare individual card rewards just by winning 2 games in the midweek magic event. And that happens every week. So that's about 13 times in every set release. So that gives us another 26 rare cards that we can add. So to add that all up, we're going to see how many cards and wild cards we're likely to get from opening those packs. And then we also have to add on the golden packs as well. Because if we've bought over 100 packs in the store, we're going to have 10 golden packs to open as well. And they're going to give us more rares and mythics. So when it comes to opening the packs, we will get in each pack 5 commons, 2 uncommons, and 1 rare or mythic in the pack. They can be upgraded to wildcards, which is a good thing. We want them to be upgraded to wildcards as much as possible, and there's a certain rate for how often that happens. And then also, as we open packs, we will progress on our wildcard track wheel over here, which means that every 6 packs we get an uncommon wildcard, and every 6 packs we get a rare or mythic wildcard as well. So as we open a pack, it will progress the wheels over here. We will get the wildcards, and then we will get whatever we get in the pack. So we get the rare and mythic. Sometimes the commons and uncommons will be upgraded to wildcards, and sometimes they won't. And as I said before in a previous video about wildcards, there's a certain rate at which those cards are upgraded. And basically, it's every 3 packs that you open, you should expect to find 1 common wildcard. Every 5 packs you open, you should expect to see 1 uncommon wildcard. And every 30 packs you open, you should expect to see your rare upgraded to a rare or mythic wildcard. So from the daily gold that we've spent on packs, and the set mastery that we get for free, and the 3 packs we get at the beginning of every set, and the 9 packs we get from being platinum every month, that gives us 152 packs to open, and 10 golden packs that we got because we bought some in the store. So when we open those 152 packs, we're going to find 760 common cards, 50 of which will probably be wild cards, 304 uncommons, with 30 of those being wild cards, 133 rares, with 4 of those being wild cards, and 19 mythics, with 1 of those being a wild card. We also get the bonus 2 rare cards from buying the packs in bulk, and the extra 26 rare card rewards for doing the Midweek Magic event as well. Then we also open the golden packs, and 10 golden packs will give us 40 rares and 20 mythics, not any wild cards, just the actual cards from the standard legal sets. And then the wild card track progress at the side over here will give us 27 uncommon wild cards and 27 rare or mythic wild cards, and that'll be about 25 mythics, roughly speaking. So that means compared to our target of getting about 400 commons, 320 uncommons, 260 rares, and 80 mythics, we're actually looking at 760 commons, 331 uncommons, 223 rares, and 44 mythics. So obviously the numbers for the commons and uncommons work out above what we would expect to get in a set, but because of the way the duplicate protection works or doesn't work for commons and uncommons, when you open a pack, if you already have 4 copies of the common or uncommon in the pack, you'll get vault progress. So there's no guarantee that you'll open a card you don't have. If there's 1 common you don't have any copies of in a set, and you open a new pack, you could just get duplicates in the pack and not get that one you haven't got yet. So instead of actually getting 760 common cards, you'll probably unlock almost all of them, but you'll have a lot of vault progress to show for it as well. So you might get some extra wild cards out of that. But also don't forget that we're including in this number all the wild cards you get. So if you wanted to craft the last commons or uncommons that you don't have in a set, then you do have wild cards that you could do that with. The thing that we really care about is how many rares and mythics we can get from a set, because those are the ones that are more in demand, and those are the ones that are going to be more important in building decks if we're playing in Constructed. And if we look at the rares and mythics in the set, there's roughly 260 rares, 80 mythics to collect, and we've got about 223 rares, including wildcards, and 44 mythics, including wildcards. Now, that's not the whole set. That doesn't cover everything. We might only get half of the mythics in a set. But what's important when you're looking at building a collection is remembering, like I said earlier, not all the cards are designed for all the formats. So there will be some cards that don't work very well in standard best of one, if that's what you play. And there will be some cards that are really good, but you just don't need 4 copies of. So even if you only have 2 or 3 copies of a really good mythic, you probably won't need the 4th copy, depending on what the actual card is. So it doesn't matter if we get to 100% completion or not, you've probably still unlocked all of the cards you need to build whatever decks you want to. And as we're looking at these numbers, it's probably worth me saying now that if any of these calculations are slightly off, and they are designed to be quite rough, I know they might seem like I'm being really exact with this, but depending on different sets, they have different amounts of rares in the set. The mastery pass might be different. The other bonuses you might get might change, and you might also get sets that aren't normal, like the Aftermath set, which was a mini set that came out and obviously didn't work the same as other sets. So depending on what set is the most recent or what set you're thinking of trying to collect as much as possible, these numbers might not be exact. If there are any corrections that, if I've said anything completely wrong, which I don't think I have, I'll put it in the description below. So make sure you check that out just to see if there's anything that's different there or anything I need to update. But this should cover pretty much all of it. And I haven't even included here what you would get if you unlock the Mastery Pass, because to unlock the Mastery Pass, you need gems. And the best way to get gems is by drafting. So if I'm assuming you don't draft at all, you probably won't have the Mastery Pass unless you want to spend $15 every time a set comes out to buy the Mastery Pass bundle. So you will get more value than this if you have the Mastery Pass. And one thing you get in the Mastery Pass is a draft token. So you kind of expect that you would do some drafting if you got that, but I'm still making this with the idea that you don't do drafting at all. So we're just going to ignore the Mastery Pass and just say if you can get it at all, and there are ways to get it without drafting, if you can get it, you will get more value out of building a set than if you don't. But if you don't have it, this is how much you could expect to get anyway. So when you add it all up, the in theory, being able to collect from a set just by buying packs and playing regularly and getting 4 wins a day is about 80 to 85% of the actual set. And bearing in mind some of those cards won't be for the format that you want to play them in, and there'll be some cards that don't work with the type of gameplay that you like if you don't like aggro, if you don't like control, there will be some game modes, some types of deck that people won't want to play. So if you use your wild cards to craft the cards you really want to use, then the ones you don't have in your collection, the ones that are left over, are probably the ones that you don't want to use anyway, or you don't enjoy using as much. So with 85 up to 85% of the set being unlocked just by opening packs and having all those wild cards, there's a good chance that you'll never need to draft, that you'll be able to just play what you want to play. And although there is also a strategy on when you open those packs, which is basically to save the packs for as long as possible after you've got as many individual card rewards, like from the Midweek Magic, as much as possible. If we're not getting the Mastery Pass, you don't have to worry about that. So it's pretty much just Midweek Magic. And if you're only getting 4 wins a day, you don't get individual card rewards from your daily wins. So to be honest, I don't think it would make that much difference if you just open the packs as soon as you wanted to. It's technically better to wait, but it's much more fun to open them now. So that's all we have to say on that. It's definitely possible to unlock the vast majority of a set, or maybe all you ever want of a set, just by playing up to 4 wins a day, buying your packs, opening your packs whenever you want, and using those wild cards in a smart way, like the previous video or a video last week that I uploaded about using wildcards carefully. You don't want to just craft anything just on the off chance it might be good. You want to make sure you're only using those wildcards on the cards that you haven't opened yet, that you really want to be able to play with. It seems like you can basically just avoid drafting if you want to. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you absolutely hate drafting? I know some people do. This is just your permission to just buy packs and just ignore the people on Reddit and Facebook who will tell you you have to draft to collect a set. You really don't have to. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And thank you for watching this video to the end. I will see you in the next one.